Hello, Rusty Simmers. Welcome back to another episode of Bev's House, starring our protagonist, Bev McGinty. I do want to say before I start to play that I'm recording this in early 2021, and the whole purpose of the RustySims franchise is to celebrate the end of life for Simmers, their elder years, celebrate their path toward death, and then recognize their ultimate death. And I realize how insensitive that is. We are going through an international pandemic. Millions of people are sick. Hundreds of thousands are dying. And I'm playing a game about death. And I'm actually having a great time. And so I wanted to stop and live in this moment and state that Sims is an escape for me. I've played it for years. I love it. I love to climb into this world. I love to build families and engage in families and characters and stories and narratives. But I understand that this is just a game and it's not real life. And I want to recognize that what exists in a game doesn't exist in real life. And so I'm sending out my hopes and prayers to all of you who have been touched by COVID-19. My family has been touched by it with both good results and disastrous results. And if you have experienced loss, if you have experienced illness or frustration or sadness, then please accept my condolences and please stay with me in this moment during an international tragedy. And now I'm going to get back to the game. This is Bev McGinty. She is a gardener, and her goal is to max out on all the levels of gardening. She's at a level 4 now. Her aspiration is to be a freelance botanist, and so she's going to evolve 5 different plants. That's how she gets to the next level. Now, the goal for this episode is to get Bev to a level 5 in gardening. I've forgotten what level she's at. Yes, get her all the way to a level 5 in this episode, and also to get on the path of achieving her aspiration. So if we can evolve some plants here at level 4, then we'll do that. If not, we can at least celebrate getting to a level 5. So the first thing I want to do is change her outfit into her really cool gardening outfit. There she goes. And the second thing I want to do is get down to the kitchen, which is a bit of a mess, and grab Bev something to eat. So there should be leftovers in the fridge, hopefully. I don't want her to grill. And while she's grabbing some leftovers, I'm going to do some house cleaning. Okay, Bev, you enjoy your breakfast. It is 6:40 on a Wednesday morning, and Bev looks like she's got a lot of soda and not much else in that fridge, but that's okay. It's her house, her life. While Bev's eating, I'm going to check out the garden to see if I can spot any plants that are ready to potentially be evolved. And these guys look like maybe they need to be watered. Oh, no, they're ready to be harvested. Okay, so I'm going to water all. First, I'm going to work on watering. And she's got plants here, and she's got a sprinkler here, so we can turn the sprinkler on. And she has a handful of plants here. A lot of the stuff in this world is just decoration. These are all decoration, but there are some usable plants in this space as well. So I'm going to, I guess I'll sell everything, but also water. Oh, these don't need to be watered. Great. Also do some research over in this area. And Bev looks like she's done eating dinner, which is fantastic. And we're going to go into the garden and get some stuff done. I have to say, this little washboard, or is that what you call it? A wash tub with the washboard inside of it? You can use this instead of using a washer and dryer. Of course, Bev has a washer and dryer. The reason I placed this is because I think it's very appropriate to Bev's house. She obviously lives in an older home that she's remodeled. And I like the idea of finding things like washboards that your parents left in the garage or something that you bring back to life as decoration. So that's why that is there. And we had talked about engaging with that Scarecrow back there. And I think we'll go ahead and do some sort of interaction by examining him. And hopefully examining him doesn't scare the hell out of both me and Bev. We'll see how it goes. Oh good, looks like things are really growing here. That's fantastic. Okay, she's taking a little longer than I am to get stuff done because she's researching. I get it. All right, Bev, let's move this research along, please. And on to the next project, which is back to the larger crops she's harvesting. Oh, what was that? Oh, okay. The camera moved. Sorry about that. Oh, Bev's got to go. And lucky for us, we put a little bush out here in the garden for fertilizing. So let's get her to do that. Stop what she's doing and get some fertilizing done. And I might build kind of an outhousey sort of thing out here, but not at this point. At this point, Bev can just go in her little bush. And I won't tell, and you won't tell, and there we have it. Okay, let's see if we can interact with Mr. Scarecrow back here and see what happens. I've never interacted with these things, and this scares me a little bit. And then there's some flickering going on there. What is that? Oh, I guess those are shadows. How cool. So let's see what happens. Oh, she can't even get over there. Oh, drat. Okay, I'm going to have to move some things around. I'm going to do that off camera. I'll be right back. All right, and let's get Bev to engage with Mr. Scarecrow. Here we go. Let's see what's going to happen. I'm a little nervous. Please don't be a horror movie. My heart is beating so fast. I generally don't play occult figures in The Sims. I don't like to do that. So I've never played the Scarecrow, but it kind of reminds me of years ago when I guess it was Sims 3 that had the imaginary friend, and so your child sim would grow up with this imaginary friend, and then at some point you could wish for it to come alive, or there was some sort of way that you could advance it. And if you did that, you know, since it was your best friend, you had developed a relationship over your entire life. If it did become a real person, it would become your best friend. So that Scarecrow kind of, I've seen videos of the Scarecrow, and it kind of makes me think that's what's going to happen. It's just going to come to life. But I'm a little nervous because he has a very scary jack-o'-lantern kind of face, and I'm not afraid of jack-o'-lanterns. I'm just afraid of, you know, the occult kind of things. So there's a little trepidation there. So she's going to water some plants and do a lot of research, and those should all lend to getting that level up. And you can see here, she started out at just about 0, and she's almost at 50%. So she's doing really well. She's not really evolving plants yet. I think it's because she's still at a low level, but I could be wrong. I don't know. I love all the greenery here. And this is, of course, all decoration, so you can't really interact with these things. But I think if you're a gardener, then generally you've got plants all over the place, trees and flowers all over the place, and you're just kind of enjoying that. She's still researching. So she's focused, which is great, great, great. She's out there checking out those plants. It looks like her daughter, Leah, is reaching out to her and she wants to invite us to lunch. So, yeah, let's do that. Let's go to lunch. And if Beverly Ann, her granddaughter, is available, she's not. I was going to suggest taking her, but Beverly Ann is not available. So, it'll just be mother and daughter. Cool. Here we go. Okay, this is Live Work Brownstone. This is a multi-business structure that I built that's a combination of businesses, restaurants, and apartments. I'm going to get my Sims out of the rain. Hopefully they can run here. They can't. So they are on the other end, and you can see very quickly that this is a club. This is an Italian restaurant. This is I think this is a portrait studio, and this is a pool / spa. And on the second floor, this starts somebody's house, the downstairs, or somebody's apartment rather. This is a continuation of the photo studio, but up here is an art school. This is above the Italian restaurant. You can see it's an apartment, an actually kind of expensive apartment. And this has an open floor, so you can see from the second floor all the way down to the third. This structure has another level, and there's a rooftop bar here. There's the second story of that apartment here. Somehow the bed has disappeared. I don't know what happened there, but you can see it's kind of a luxury apartment, but it is an apartment for one. And that lady just got into a bathtub fully clothed. Okay, this is how weird it is, this is how weird it is in The Sims. So this is a 2-bedroom apartment with a tiny kitchen and a very tiny child's bedroom there. And this was that luxury apartment, and you can see it's got some amenities on the second floor, big beautiful windows. I thought this was a bedroom, but I guess it's not. This is a living room and a child's bedroom over here. And is that the top floor? Okay, and then there are some rooftop garden kind of things up here. And I think this structure has a basement as well. No, it doesn't. Okay, it's been a while since I built it. So let's go ahead back to Bev and Leah. Bev's over here? What's Bev doing? I wanted them to have lunch. That was the invitation. So we're going to have Bev request the table, and hopefully Leah will show up. I don't know where she went to or where she went. I do know that Bev's a loner. That's a trait she picked up, and so she really doesn't like to be around other people. But she's going to go ahead. Was that Leah? Is this Leah? Yes. Hey, Leah. Where are you going? Oh, they're on the roof. Yeah, they're never going to be able to order at this point. Okay, we're just going to go home because Leah's walking away. Bev's going to get struck by lightning. Her umbrella flipped up. I've never seen that. That's amazing. So we're calling this a failure because they seated her on the 3rd story, which means that she's never going to get served. So we're just calling it. This was built before we could lock doors and whatnot, which I think came with university. So these are all supposed to be separate and inaccessible, but they're not. And oh no, oh gosh, that person got electrocuted. I need to go in and lock things up, but I haven't done that, so that's why it's all squirrely. Okay, Bev's gonna walk home, which puts her in real danger of electrocution. Sure, walk over the train tracks in the puddles of water. What's the worst that could happen, Bev? Please go home. Please go home, Bev. This looks like Windberg. No, I think this is Willow Creek. because Willow Creek has the boats and the New Orleans feel. So, okay, this is Bev's house, and you can see the front of it. And now that lunch was a complete disaster, Bev's got to take a bath and probably needs to eat. And maybe go to sleep? No, hygiene is the only issue at this point. And it's not raining here in Oasis Springs, so great. So after she after she bathes, we'll get her doing some more stuff with the plants here. And we may do one more interaction with the Scarecrow. I'm going to have her talk to this poor sad plant. Bev is feeling playful after that bath, so we'll get her engaging with some plants, talking to them, making them feel good, researching all these wonderful things that help plants grow. So she'll talk to that one, and then she'll do a little bit of research. And she probably needs to fertilize as well, but I don't want to overload her because she gets distracted very quickly. And when you are gardening, everything that you do in gardening takes forever. So I don't want to load up her queue like I normally would with a sim, because it will just take forever to get through it. What's she doing? Oh, okay, she's gone outside of her yard to talk to that plant. That's fine. That's her choice. So after she finishes talking to the plants, oh, actually she's doing research. I'm sorry, she did talk to the plants, and now she's doing research, and then she's going to fertilize. And I want to make sure that this sprinkler isn't doing damage from being on for so long. Bev's getting hungry, but I'm going to try one more interaction. Wait, let me see where she is before I get distracted again. She is at 73%, so I'm going to keep plugging away because I think I can get her to 100% before ending this episode. And her needs are going up, but I think we're okay. And she can actually eat something that she's picked for a quick snack. So we'll have her eat a little bit of sage, and that should take her hunger down just a tiny bit. It's not an earth-shattering amount. She's still going to be hungry, but it will give us the ability to keep plugging away in the garden. So research, I think, is the way to go. Oh no! Oh, that's her fertilization. And I don't think at level 4 we're going to see the potential to evolve plants. When it's time to evolve, you'll see that. If you look at this, there's a meter here, and as that meter goes up, you get closer to evolution. And once evolution happens, you'll see this symbol. I'll point it out in a later episode of when the plants are ready to evolve. So these are all pretty low. She's not moving very quickly because she just doesn't have the skills to do better, but you can see that the quality of this is slightly better than the quality of this. So she's on the right track. Oh, and the quality of this is really good. So let's have her talk to this, see if she can get the quality up a little bit more. Good, good, Beth. Alright, and we'll split our time. Let me see if there are usable plants in the front. There are not. I think these are all just decorative plants. There are no interactions up here. We could plant up here, but I think I want to get her to a better level before we start doing that. Is she at a level 5 yet? Okay, now she's getting tired. How close did we get? We may need to call it. Oh, we're so close. Okay, Bev's gonna level up soon. I'm gonna push her needs as far as I can so that she has an opportunity to level up in this episode. And she's gonna do it very soon. And once she gets to a level 5 or maybe a level 6, I'll plant more things because I think she'll be able to process a little faster and so she can manage more plants. And also maybe a nice garden party would be sweet. Is she at 100? Is she at 99 yet? She's at 95. She's very close. Come on, Bev. You can do it. Level up. Yes! There it is. And we will end this episode on a high note. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sharing Bev's life. I really enjoy it. And I'll talk to you in the next episode. Bye-bye now.